Okay, here we go. Focus. Speed. I am speed.
Oh, an 856 856 secret room. That's fucking getting clicked, isn't it? Fucking know it.
One winner, 42 losers. I eat losers for breakfast.
I've already drank, so I'm not ready to go to bed yet.
Go away.
No, stay focused. Faster than fast, quicker than quick. I am lightning.
Is she fucking kidding me? Don't you do this to me, Sherry. Oh, you fucking bitch. Oh my god. She's actually... I fucking hate this game. I literally fucking hate this game.
Yo! Welcome to the Good Gaming Podcast. This is episode 11 with myself, the Bizzle, my co-host,
Easy P.
also known as...
No AKAs.
We
no.
changed it up this time. It's Easy P across the board. And
That's it.
today we have a very, very, very special guest. The man, the myth, the legend, Snake Socom. Big up yourself.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce yourself and who you are, what you do, and we'll get into how we met you and all that.
Yeah, this my name's Snake Socom.
That's
Underscore. Get the underscore in there.
Yeah, we'll put that up.
Twitch Speedrunner.
Just Twitch.
Just Twitch at the minute. I do a bit of YouTube. Most of my YouTube's just like upload to my PBs from Twitch.
That's
yeah.
See, what are you speedrunning then?
At the minute, Resident Evil 2 Remake and Metal Gear Solid 2.
And what are you known for speedrunning?
Resident Evil, I'd say.
Across the board?
Across the board, yeah.
And, okay, so you are a Resident Evil speed... Or is it all that type of genre?
I'd say Metal Gear Solid isn't that genre, so I'd say
Yeah, true.
horror and action.
Horror and action. That
Speedrunner.
sounds good.
And where would you put yourself in the category of speedrunners? Like, me, I always say this, I'm a fighting game done. P, Samurai Zombie done. Yeah? Where would you put yourself in the ranking of the speedrunners?
I'll be humble and say, I'd probably say mid-tier.
Don't be humble, bro.
Mid-tier.
There's no
Mid-tier.
humbleness here. If you lose, you lost because there was certain glitches on the day. But yo, I'm the best, bro. You get me? That's how it has to be.
It's good.
Have you got any timings?
Yeah, so I'd say like my best time is probably Claire B Re2 Remake. That
See, Claire B's gone. That's a UMP.
Yeah, man. So obviously that's a Resident Evil character that I think you was explaining it before that she runs faster with that. But that's what I mean. You've got to tell everybody about these things that help you get those times that you get to, because we know there's probably people out there that have no idea what speedrunning is.
Exactly, because
You
I'm
know
going to
what saying?
glaze
So
over
we
it.
want to get into it properly in depth. But
Let me
first,
interject. You're going to say exactly what I said.
we have a new sponsor.
We do.
We are now sponsored by Player
Ammo. The latest in Nootropics. If you want a kick, if you want a quick energy burst, great for gaming. They have 2 flavors at the moment, the blue raspberry and the fruit punch.
Yeah.
And thank you very much to Player Ammo.
Definitely.
And we gave Mr. Snake some before this. He was like, I think I'm going to drop them a message.
Yeah.
So big up Player Ammo. Also, use the code GoodGamingNetwork10 for 10% off.
Definitely.
Segue right back in.
Kind of say
Let's
the blue raspberry fire as well as the fruit punch, but I'm going to say blue raspberry for me.
Do you know what? At first I was like, fruit punch.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, there's something about this blue raspberry, you know?
Yeah. It's nice. So, Snake, after you drink,
yeah.
hopefully that Player Ammo drink does you well. Let us know what speedrunning is from literally the basics up.
Imagine we don't know anything. We've brought you. You've stumbled across. You've knocked on this door and like, oh, they're doing a podcast. Let me get involved. Okay, what's speedrunning?
Speedrunning is, it's only a bit like what it says in the title, is getting through the game as quickly as possible, finding certain strats that make certain bits faster than the casual gamer would do it. So, I'll give you an example. Like, I'll give you a Metal Gear Solid example. Like, in Metal Gear Solid, you go through, say you're starting out, you get to the bit. There's a bit where you've got to go through a door that opens, but it's got laser vents, so you've got a time going through certain bits. However, in Metal Gear Solid, there's a vent before that door that you can sort of glitch through that takes you out of bounds, and you go round that door.
Yeah.
So you don't have to time the going under the lasers, and you don't have to call the woman through the codec to open the door.
So
that saves you big time, and that's a little glitch. That
yeah. So it's people like, so I'm going to be blunt and honest and say, it's people like you that don't tell the developers about these bugs. And I'm saying, yo, fix this bug, man. Fix this bug. And he's like, no, don't do that. That's going to help my timing, bro.
Don't do that.
And how would you find that out? Is there any that you, because obviously some people must see another person's run and think, right, with the stuff that I already do and that new glitch I found, I can probably get a faster time now. Do you like to share your,
learn off each other.
Is there a community, or is it like, this guy just only did it because I found this glitch, or is there stuff that you found personally?
There's a community, I'd say. There was something I found personally in Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, and I remember doing it. I was doing it in like a speedrun marathon, so I wasn't trying to get PB. I was just trying to do a marathon for my community.
Yeah.
And I come across this thing I did. I remember doing it, and I was like, "The fuck just happened?"
What was it?
Basically, in Twin Snakes, you drop into a cell, and you've got to wait for the door to open.
Yeah.
And I just did the roll action as I was going through the door, just to
try and get through a bit quicker.
Just to be a bit of an idiot,
Okay.
really.
Oh, just playing around.
And then I heard this sound as if I'd picked up an item as it was going into the cutscene. I was like, wait, what's just happened? And
I think you told us this, yeah.
And actually, what I did is I rolled into the SOCOM.
And got the gun.
And it picked up the SOCOM before that.
Sick.
So what then that does is it acts as if you already picked up the SOCOM, so it spawns ammo where that SOCOM was.
Okay.
So you think you get an extra, because each pack is 12 bullets.
Yeah.
So you got an extra 12 bullets from the get-go.
Yeah. So
Nice.
sick.
And you've already got the gun as well. So.
And did you share that instantly?
Yeah, so I said, I don't know if anyone's noticed this before, but I did this, and I clipped it in, and people were like, wow, that actually really good, and people started to lab it to make it consistent, and so saves a lot of time.
So as you said,
not a lot of time, maybe 3 or 4 seconds. I shouldn't lie to people and say
there could be a margin of 10 people within 3 and 4 seconds. So that's the difference between first and 10th. It could be. I'm just saying it could be. But as you said, speedrunning, it basically says it in the title. You're trying to do the whole game as fast as possible.
Yeah.
There's also, what do you think? There's a thing called any percent.
Yeah.
And then there's the people that any percenters are the super glitches, right?
Yeah.
That can press up, down, left, right, circle, and at the end.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then for me personally, that ain't speedrunning to me. That's speed glitching.
That's speed glitching.
That's me personally. That's speed glitching. Who can get the best glitch area? Okay. Yours is that I want to get rid of this cutscene. Do you know what I mean? How can we get rid of this cutscene as quick? Are you in the any percenter, or are you in the let's do the game?
Most of my, I do all bosses on Metal Gear Solid 1.
Okay, yeah.
Which is, there's a few glitches, but none that skip major parts of the game, say.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm probably in your sort of, where I want to do all of it.
Yeah, I love that.
Also, speedrunning it. I'll do the glitches that make certain things out of the game that aren't important, but I don't want to skip, say, 3 bosses or
Yeah, I get it. So how did you get into speedrunning? I'm surely it couldn't have just been, I want to do speedrunning.
It's hard to say, because I used to stream on Justin TV, which is what
Twitch used to be.
And there's a few, I used to do just run through Resident Evil. Not speedrunning, because I wasn't into speedrunning then. But it's hard to say, because there's a few people I met back then that was like, we should do a Resident Evil 2 race. But I didn't consider that speedrunning, because I wasn't...
You were just doing a race?
I was just doing a race. Yeah. But then, fast forward to 2020, and I was working from home, and I started watching Twitch, and a few people that I was watching speedrunning Resident Evil 2, because I really love Resident Evil 2, and I wasn't specifically searching for Resident Evil 2 speedrunning, but I was searching for Resident Evil 2 streams.
Yeah.
So I started watching a few people and they speedrun it, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. And I started getting engaged in their streams, watching it every day, like while I was working.
What was it? What grabbed you about it? Because obviously you'd been playing Resident Evil 2 was your game. Like, if I was to watch like my favorite game of all time, God of War, and it doesn't. Well, if I watch other people play it, I just want to play it myself. So what was it that grabbed you, that made you think, do you know, I want to get into what they're doing? What was it? Is there something about speedrunning that?
A challenge.
Yeah,
it was a challenge.
It was a challenge.
Yeah,
is it the challenge of it?
Definitely the challenge, and also it adds more replay value, I think.
True.
Yeah,
very
Because
true.
That's
you
very
think
true.
if you carry on replaying, because that's what I used to do. I used to just play through Resident Evil 2 over and over, but I wasn't doing anything different. I was just going through the story, and then speedrunning just adds that. Hold on a minute, I can replay it over and over and try and beat my times, and that's an achievement.
Yeah, of course.
Ha, that's cool. That's cool. Definitely.
So when did it start becoming a career for you? So when did it start becoming, right, I'm going to do this for Twitch? Because surely it wasn't always right.
No.
Did you set up Twitch as a Resident Evil speedrunner, or was Twitch just I'm
I
playing
already
games?
had a Twitch. Yeah,
So
I
I'm
played
a
games,
gamer.
yeah.
I want to play games on Twitch. When did it become, right, I'm a speedrunner on Twitch?
Around September 2020.
2020. And what was the turning point to it? Was it just like, right, I can compete amongst the top guys?
At first, it was like, I want to see if I can do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I started to get better and better, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can compete with certain guys.
Cool.
Let me be real here. Like, there are some guys at the top of Resident Evil 2 that I'd love to be in that category because they know that game and they are extremely good at it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Know it inside
But
out.
start
like if we're being real in that, when I say when Mortal Kombat done, Sonic Fox would wipe the floor with me.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
big up
Well,
Foxy Grandpa.
What's the other geezer's name? Yeah,
Ninja
Foxy,
Killer,
Ninja,
them man
that
would
man.
slap me up left, right, and centre. But I'm still a Don, bro. I'm still a Don. You get me? Like, you're still a Don, bro. You get me?
Man. Yeah.
Like, I love the humbleness. I love the real. But what is it that stops? Like, there's so many intricacies to like fighting games, from startup frames to is that safe on block. What is it that stops you watching the top guys run and matching it?
I think so. Like, I think some people are naturally gifted at it.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't feel like myself. I would say I'm not naturally gifted. I'm trained at it. I'm trained to get better and better.
As anything,
That's
the
good
way you get.
advice that you're giving out right now.
How do you become a better footballer? You practice.
Yeah.
That's the only. I think that's everybody.
Yeah, I think you look at it. You mentioned football. Like, there's people that have that argument.
Shall we mention football?
No,
Let's carry on.
Let's not mention. But you say, like, a lot of people when they're comparing Messi and Ronaldo, they say Ronaldo's trained.
Yeah.
And he's trained to be good and good, whereas Messi is naturally gifted. And I think that can come in any shape or form. Like, you look at boxers; some boxers are probably trained to be better,
and some people just
are just it. Look at Tyson Fury; he obviously trains, but he
just has it.
I get it.
That's the saying that's out there, isn't it? This is hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard.
Yeah,
love that.
So makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Close. I think it's really, really close, but for me, Messi.
Liverpool will Real Madrid.
Liverpool, but not yesterday. Not yesterday.
Champions League reference there. His team lost.
Just a bit of fun. Bit of banter.
There was a few tears last night, wasn't there?
Yeah. All right, so we've got into you getting onto Twitch to make it a career. How is that going?
I think it's going well. Like, I look at it, where was I a year ago? And averaging around 6 or 7 people, which I think is still good.
If you've got 6 people wanting to sit and watch you play the game as opposed to playing it themselves, and having 2 people there is better than none, do you know what I mean? So big up yourself. I've come in there recently and seen as high as 20, 30, 40 people, do you know what I mean? So there's people that obviously enjoy what you're doing, and you've built a community.
Yeah, I think it's growing. That's what I'd say. It's growing, and it's going places.
How are you making that grow?
I think it's just I go into other people's streams and talk. They get to know who I am. I don't obviously. I don't plug that. I think that's the worst thing.
Twitch etiquette.
The Twitch etiquette. I've seen some people just it's crazy. Some people what goes through some people.
Yeah, it's
the
mad.
first thing they do, I'm streaming. Come and watch me. And I'm like, you've just gone to someone's stream and done that. Why?
I know. I purposely try not like. Sometimes when people speak to like, yo, what? I know I've seen you. What do you do? And I'm like, listen, I'll whisper it to you because I ain't about to try and plug in your stream.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was in a Warframe stream before, and someone was asking me like, oh, it was just a random American guy. And he was like, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I stream this as well. And then some random woman, there's Twitch etiquette, you know, what? I'm saying, yo, I said, get over the business. I was about to unleash on her. I thought, you know what? I'm looking at a career in this. I don't know who you are, but relax.
Yes.
Yeah? She just hit her with the relax, send my emotes in there, the relax emotes, and I said, see you later, love. Don't try me. I'm not the one, bro. I'm not the one. I understand. So you're building yourself, and you've got a good community, because I'm in your Discord as well, and I see that you're constantly active, and there's people that want to, people that really look out for you. Yeah. Let's talk about your PC situation the other day.
Oh, man.
I don't know if he knows this.
I was about to say what happened.
So it was around about the same, sorry, I'll let you go on, but it was around about the same time that my cooler started messing up, right?
Oh, okay.
And I think you posted something like, fans a mess. Go on, explain what happened.
Yeah, so I just started to notice my PC was getting hotter than usual, and I was dropping frames where I wasn't usually. And obviously, I'll explain a bit more why frames are important at some point as well. But I took my PC apart and I was like, I'm going to clean it.
Yeah, give it a good clean.
But with my heavy hands, it's probably not good.
Probably
not good. But I took the fan out, cleaned it, but as I went to push it back in, one of the pins snapped, so I couldn't get the fan on. So, and I was like,
you need that fan.
Yeah, I need that fan.
They're the
You
most
need that
important
fan,
things,
that's what I'm
bro.
saying.
And that was, you thought, okay, that's not good. So then I turned it on without the fan, and it was like, yeah, this PC's too hot without that fan.
Yeah.
Not for anyone that's watching this, I'm a tech idiot. So don't come to me for any tech advice.
You know what? He posted it in his Discord, and it was just someone that went, listen, do not touch it, I'm on the way.
Yeah.
And who was that?
That was my missus.
Big up
the
the
missus.
She was like, I'm on the way, do not touch it, I'm coming to fix it. And it turns out, yeah, you got a new one, right?
Oh, this is where the story gets even worse.
The plot
thickens. So I messaged, because my PC's still under warranty, so I just messaged my provider. I was like, look, this has happened. I didn't tell them that I broke it. So if they watch this and they ask me for money,
it didn't break.
I didn't break it. But no, I messaged them like, this is the issue. They took control of my PC and they said, okay, yeah, that seems to be an issue. At first they were like, it's not that hot, and I was like, because they turned it on, like they asked me to turn it on. They said, okay, there doesn't seem to be an issue. Have you done this, that? And then they took a shot. Okay, actually, yeah, it's hot. We'll send you a new fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It arrives, and I look at it. It's like different to my fan, but it looks
Maybe a new version.
New version.
Yeah.
I try to get it in. No. Mrs. tries to get it in. No. And then we search up, and it's actually they sent me a 12th gen one. Where my PC's a 10th gen.
So it's too new.
Too new.
Yeah.
So I messaged them again. I was like, look, this is what happened. This time I was like, actually, I'll tell you what I did. This time I was like, I'm going to swear, I'm going to say, fuck the messaging. I rang them. I got on the phone. I was like, look, you've sent me out the 12th gen fan. I've got a 10th gen PC, don't fit. They were like, oh, okay, I'm really sorry for that. Got it sorted. The plot does thicken though.
Oh, God. Again?
Go on.
So they said it'll be I got an email after the order, like they processed the order and said it'll be delivered Sunday. And so I was waiting Sunday. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my PC back, get on the game.
Right now, you need to throw 12 days later.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was that, and then I got a message saying it'll be delivered between 13.19 and 14.19. So I'm like, sweet.
Hour window, that's nice.
Yeah. So it gets to like just after, and then I get an email saying the courier couldn't find your address, so we'll update you accordingly. And I was like,
accordingly.
And then they updated me, say, yeah, it's good, now we delivered tomorrow. So I had to wait till
the stream was out the window that night.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't usually stream on Sunday, so I don't think I would have streamed anyway if it came out. Probably.
Well, you'd already missed a few days, though, so I bet you probably might have done. You might be like, let me just get back on.
See what the missus would have said.
Go on.
But yeah, so the delivery guy came Monday, and he said, yeah, they said that they couldn't deliver it, and I said it's funny because the thing says like.
And you've delivered it.
Yeah, he was like, to be fair to the guy, it's DPD, and he literally he was a bit of a don. He was like, I'll be real with you, the ones that deliver it on the weekends, they're usually ones that don't usually live around it, and they're not the brightest.
Yeah, I get it.
But the funny thing is, I looked on the tracker on the Sunday, and it said it hadn't left Hinckley, and I was like, Hinckley's like 2 hours away from me. So how have you?
Yeah, that sounded lost.
I think I've got to get a nice little big up to the company that got my warranty with Mendy, because remember I posted it. I said, "Yo, I was telling this was saying, yo, warning, CPU overheat." I'm saying, what? My cooler seems to be working fine, but then every now and again it kept glitching.
Yeah.
And I phoned them up and I was like, listen, my cooler's, I think there's a cooler issue. It's a kind of quick access thing.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, you're cool. It was out within 2 hours. He was like, right, I'll be there for 2:30. I was like, pardon? I was like, you're on the way now. I was like, yeah. I was talking to, I think I put in there, he was like, what, have you got some platinum service? I'm like, bro, this is just came with the PC that I bought. Yeah. And they came out, gave me apparently the cooler that I had, the version 2, MSI, know there's a problem with it, and instead of recalling them all, they just wait for one to break, which is really bad, to be fair. This is what the guy was saying. He was like, listen, you're going to get a version 2, they've updated it, and we've got thousands in stock ready to do it. I've changed over 1,000. I'm like, wow. We'll just recall them all and just, yeah. Enough PC tech advice, because I might start saying
I've got one more thing. Go
ahead.
Like, because I'm planning on getting a new processor to update.
Yeah.
Because
what do you run at the moment?
i5.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to go to an i7, about 330 quid, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not tech savvy, and I've gone through my whole town looking for a PC shop, and there's not one. So anyone from Northampton watches this, hit my DMs. You can fit my processor for me.
Let's do it.
There you
go. I'll drop you a free sub. There you go.
I got mine from C. Why I instead of AMD?
I don't know.
You're Intel, right?
Yeah, I'm Intel.
Nothing wrong with i7s or
no,
i9s.
There's nothing wrong with Intel. It's just that when I was looking at building my PC, the people that I spoke to were like, I went for about 6 different people. So I got one person to like help me build it and say, right, this is my budget, this is what I want, kind of thing. He was like, get AMD. I then took it to Colton, and at him review, he was like, everything's perfect there. What I do is upgrade the RAM. And I took it to a next man, which was my cousin, and was like, listen, what do you think of this setup here? And he was like, perfect, bro, that's going to future-proof you and everything. So I was like, all right, cool. And I said, AMD, he's like, yeah, forget Intel. So these people are telling me, not. I was just wondering, was there a choice why? Or is it just that you started off with Intel and now you're just with Intel?
I think at the time I was just looking for a PC. I had about £1,000 budget, over, and this was the one that came up. I wanted a good graphics card. I've got a 3060, which is quite good.
Yeah.
Real good?
Yeah, well, yeah, quite good. Probably a bit underselling it.
Yeah.
But on the processor side, it wasn't the best, but it was a good price.
Yeah.
I thought, well, it's a PC, which is the good thing, because PCs can always be upgraded, whereas laptops are a lot more
of course.
hard to upgrade.
He's got a laptop.
I've got a nice laptop, but upgrading it would be...
upgrading those is a bit
He was talking about he wants to move to a tower.
Yeah, I've got to get a tower, I've got to, because obviously, as a video editor, the laptop struggles at times, even though it's a bad boy laptop.
Yeah, it's a really good laptop.
I think the good thing with laptops, say, like, for me, if I want to say, like, I met you guys at Insomnia, say if I want to go and stream at Insomnia...
And showcase, what you can do.
It's harder for me to do that because I've got a tower. Whereas if you've got a laptop, you chuck it in a bag, chuck your mic in there, get down to there, bring your own computer section, stream all day.
It's great for that.
And he's got it perfect because we did WASD live not so long ago. Literally on the train back, he's editing straight away. Footage, got the footage, bam, he's there. So by the time, if the train was long enough, we could have had a video out by the time we was home. Do you know what I mean? So that
portability
and that efficiency. Sorry, of being able to do stuff. I don't think he would ever give up his laptop. But
I do also want a tower, man.
But aside from being PC, so this is a question I wanted to ask you. As you get bigger within Twitch, and you've built your community now, does it become right? instead of I want to play this game, does it become I have to play this game for the audience? Do you feel that?
Sometimes.
Because
sometimes.
That's a good question.
I'm a smaller stream. Yes, we've got this platform, and my stream's quite small at the moment. But I think to myself, like the games that I would like to, I can't stick to one game, bro.
Yeah.
The ADHD in me, if you want to call that. I want to jump into that, and I want to jump into this. Pete, sometimes Pete, I say, Pete, what we're playing tonight? And he'll be like, oh, this, and then we'll go on to this, then we'll go, I'm like, cool. But then I'm like, will the stream want to see me do 6 different games? Or do I stick to one and just do that? So how does it fit? Like, do you feel like you're in that boat?
Sometimes it's hard. I'd say the way it works with me, like a lot, I'm very like stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a game that I'm trying to get better at, I'll keep playing that. And
Yeah, that's cool.
So that kind of helps.
And that's good.
But at the same time, like if I get to a day where like I've been playing this a lot, I want to move over to this game for a bit. In the back of my mind is that going to do something for my stream?
Yeah,
like,
and it's hard.
Negatively.
Damn.
Do you think? Because like I said, I feel that already, and I'm nowhere near as big as you, but I feel like when you're trying to become a career of it, you lose. Sometimes the essence is lost in it. Because I'm like, right, I'm not going to stream because I want to play this game, when I should be thinking, some people will want to see this game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas you're like, well, my community is built up of, let's say, Resident Evil and Metal Gear Solid fans. And today I want to try out Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
It's just, obviously it's a bit far-fetched there, but
Yeah.
do you feel that?
Sometimes, yeah, definitely sometimes. Like, I feel like if I go on to this game, like, there's 2 sides of it, really. It's like, some of it is like, I might lose some of my community, but actually,
You might grow.
I might gain some from this section.
Yeah.
One thing, I feel like your community, no matter what you play, they're there for you. And I feel like that's what...
That's great.
Like, I ain't no bad boy at Warzone, but that's what me and P love, and I feel like they come for the bands between me and P, or so it's more of Bizzle's an entertainer. Leon, Bizzle, whatever you call me. I'm an entertainer, so they come to see what I do.
Yeah.
And I can't give this story out quickly. The other day we got big up Total Mayhem Games was playing We Were Here Forever. And that game I was telling you about it's like a escape room.
We Were Here Forever.
Game. Yeah, We Were Here Forever. Me and P was playing that the other day, and we was on stream. And you know when someone isn't watching the stream?
Yeah.
So P, obviously, we didn't want to watch each other because you
of
don't want to
course,
cheat.
yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to play up to P now. I'm going to play him up. So P was like, listen, there's like there's different symbols on the floor. One was a helmet, yeah?
Yeah.
And one was like a beheading machine.
Yeah.
And one was like a mallet and a sword and other stuff. And he kept saying decapitation machine, and because it's a bit of a mouthful, he was like, right, I'm going to change it to just head. So instead of beheading, behead. And obviously there's a helmet. So I knew he said this, and I've looked up to the stream like this, and I'm like, I'm about to play. And he's like, yeah, go to the head. So I've gone to the helmet, and he hasn't realised until he's looked down. He's like, what are you doing? And obviously, you only get a certain amount of time to go through it, and we fell through, we've got to start it all over again. And I'm like, P, I thought you said head. He was like, I told you, it wasn't decapitation, it's head. And I was like, no, you didn't, bro. And he was like, I'm not having this.
Nah, honestly, can't lie, piss me off. I'm like, nah.
You know, for the rest of the stream, I can just tell he's like, you're not taking ownership. I'm saying, P, you didn't say that, bro. And I was like, I'll rewind the stream knowing full well I heard him say, it's now head. And, I thought, there's little things like that. So it's the entertainment they come for, as opposed to, because I think on one of the puzzles, we sat there for about 40 minutes just looking at this round wheel, and was like, oh my God, we cannot figure this out to save our lives. And I'm saying, maybe watching
and it
just
was only
that.
the subtle little thing. It was only a very subtle thing that it was the whole time. My north and south was facing a different way. My north was that way, even though his north was proper up. But we didn't spot it. You know, it's the smallest things. Like, puzzle games though. I like puzzle games.
Puzzles. Because I recently played a game. You heard of Tormented Souls?
I haven't. No.
Souls, no.
It's basically like an indie company made it, and it's basically like Resident Evil mixed with Silent Hill vibes, and it's really good.
Okay.
But I did the first part on stream. I ended up doing the rest of it offline. I can't remember what. Some of it was like it didn't do that great numbers, and I felt that the engagement wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I felt like you know what, I'm just going to enjoy this offline.
Yeah, that's good. See, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, that's back to the same question. Do you feel that pressure? And
so you obviously are feeling that, like, if your numbers are down, you feel like they don't want to see it, so you'll enjoy it offline.
Yeah.
As opposed to sticking with it and saying, right, this is what I want to play.
Yeah.
So you've come to see me. So I understand those pressures, because you're like, right, I need to keep my engagement up, because there's certain targets you have to hit, which is, I mean,
listen, you're a niche streamer, innit?
Yeah,
that's what it is. There's loads of niche streamers.
Me and P had this kind of battle the other day. Like, we went somewhere. They was like, we love what you do. This is amazing. Like, you're like, no one's got this setting, this podcast setting. Do you know what I mean? Giving other people a platform to speak on. We want to work with you. Want to work with you. Then when I emailed them, they're like, right, we've had a look at your YouTube. You need to get your numbers up. And I'm like, don't tell us you like our stuff. And just because, like, is it numbers or is it content?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? Do you want quality or do you want quantity? Because they're not in the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, I won't say who it was, but
we're on the rise, aren't we?
You know what I mean?
So
it takes time, and it's like I don't want to.
Sometimes it takes that, like, say, that company as well to take that stab at someone that's low, to get that person that is low to be up there.
Yeah.
Because you obviously like the content to want to come approach us and be like, right, your content, we love what you're doing, right? And then to say, right, you know, you ain't really got the numbers that we would like, do you know what I mean, to promote our stuff. It's like, okay, so do you want to give up the quality? Because we could put out 1 million videos and get 1 view on 1 million videos, and there's your 1 million views, right?
Yeah.
Then you're going to lose the quality of it.
Yeah.
I could put up 1 million 10-second videos of nothing. But what is the point in that? Do you know what I mean? When we want to get people like yourselves that have got stories to tell, give us a story. I'm just going to go there. Give us your favourite gaming moment.
Favourite gaming moment.
Something that's happened to you, whether it be on game, whether it be, obviously we met, I don't even say where we met. We met at Insomnia. We'll get into that. Give me a story. Give me something we don't know or the people don't know that's memorable to you within gaming.
I'm going to go without it off Twitch. It's completely when I was young.
Yeah.
When I was young. My favourite gaming moment is my brother was playing Resident Evil, and he had a few mates around, and I was really into it. But I couldn't play the game yet. But as I got to a certain age, I was still under the age limit to play the game. But where I got, say, comfortable with playing games, because like I was young. His best mate lent me Resident Evil 2 and said, look, here you go.
Ooh.
Play this. And
nice.
That's where my love for Resident Evil sort of blended.
I love that.
And I pay it back to him. Like,
listen,
big up Bruce.
I don't know if you
got Bruce.
You may not have watched one of our first or second or even third podcasts, but I always say this same thing. I met P through my older brother. He was my older brother's friend, and they used to have me around, and I used to see him playing games like Time Crisis, Street Fighter, Tekken, and that's where my love came from. So whenever I'll never show P disrespect, because if it weren't for that, I probably wouldn't be in this. Do you know what I mean? Or in this scenario. So, and then when I started the gaming company, and then P turns up, he's like, yo, let me come and support. And I'm like, yo, would you like to? Should we do this together? And it's like, I've got a lot to pay him homage. So those kind of stories there are like similar to mine, because I'm like, and now I'm working with this guy that got me into it. Do you get me? Which is dope, man. But how did we meet? How did we meet Pete? How did we meet Snake Pete?
That was a good one. That was Insomnia. As you've just said, it takes that one person sometimes to pick up somebody, which we did. We got that reach out from Chris from Insomnia, and he's like, I've got a platform. Remember him telling me that? I said, I've got a platform. I want to put you guys on, and big up him for doing so. And then he put on that networking event afterwards, or during, should I say, on one of the evenings. And we went to the networking event, and voila, he was in there.
How do you find it
Snake.
with other creators? Do you find it hard to approach them, or?
I used to. I reckon I do. Like, if this happened like a couple of years ago, I probably wasn't my boisterous self. So I probably would just. Now I'm just like.
How's streaming changed you then?
More confidence.
More confidence, because you're speaking to people on a regular, and you're getting. It's a bit like, how does a comedian get better at doing live shows?
Yeah, he's got to do more live shows.
Do it.
So now, like,
I think that's what we
get
said.
more confidence speaking to
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, because I spotted a guy called Blitzy. Do you know Blitzy Nation?
No, I don't know.
He's called Big Up Blitzy, and I feel like as soon as me and P entered that networking event, it was like, right, who do we talk to and how do you approach them?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, imagine, obviously, you was with Stally and,
Yeah.
Matt, and it was like, how do we approach you? Do we just go hi?
Yeah.
And it's like
it's a bit of that. Yeah,
it's a bit
bit
of,
awkward.
so it's a bit, and it was just like Blitzy gave us that. I know somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a familiar face. Hey, how you doing? And he was like, oh, come sit down with us. And you was there. And it was like, oh, yeah. And it, look what became.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now
it's
we're
great.
here.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
We
And
are.
it's a great thing. So where do you see your next steps going forward?
The next
What's the goal?
The end goal is, I think, for a lot of Twitch people, is to get that partner tick. Everyone wants
Yeah.
to be a Twitch partner. I
Yeah.
think, well, most people.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's nothing wrong with not wanting that, obviously. But I think, that would be my next goal. I think once you hit affiliate, it's got to be.
Yeah,
For
you go
most
up
people,
the-
that's
up
got
the
to be
ranks,
the
innit?
next goal.
Of course.
Because
Yeah.
unless you don't want it, unless you just do it, like a lot of people will just do it for fun and won't care whether they have 2 people or 10 people or 100. You know.
Yeah.
For me, I want to go to that partner just because that's how I see it, and I've
Yeah.
seen plenty of my community friends do it, and I want to be alongside them because
Yeah.
and they support me as much as I supported them.
How do you
which-
feel?
Yeah.
Obviously, big up Stally. He did after our podcast on stage at Insomnia. They did a help creators.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the creating community help each other?
I feel to an extent, yeah. There
Yeah.
is some that I think there will be obviously always someone that's not going to help though. Just
Yeah.
out. I think
That's
it's
the
hard not to be selfish sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm not bashing anyone that doesn't help others. Sometimes you're doing it for you, so part of you is going to be selfish. Like you're going to make decisions to be selfish, but I think you can. There's also a community feeling from you guys, from Stally,
Yeah.
from Matt, that will just if you help, because there are going to be streamers out there that don't know what they're doing. So, big up Matt, like he helped me get my mic set up, so I didn't have like. Now you probably see me, although I'm going like that on my keyboard, you don't hear it. You don't hear it.
That's
So,
good.
and I used to feel like that burden my stream, so that he helped me do that, and
I think the
Big up Matt.
The thing me and P, not me and P, but me and other people always say, me and P, is that how many restaurants are in the world?
yeah.
There's a million different varieties. You go into Boots, how many different skincares are there?
Yeah.
There's enough for everybody to eat, bro.
Yeah.
So if I was to, me and P, this is only going to be us. But even if we get you 2 more viewers, that's 2 more viewers you never had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there's enough for everybody to, and that's why I give props to people like yourself, people like Stally, people like that. They don't know us from Adam. You get me?
Yeah.
And they was like, I don't care how many followers you got. Here's a like, here's a follow, here's a sub, here's a retweet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing. Whereas in the music, when I used to do music, and it was the same. Like, yo, if you did a track or you did some music with somebody, we come from a culture where if I promote your stuff, it might take away from my stuff.
Yeah.
And that isn't the case, bro.
No.
Do you get me? Not if people are invested in you, they're invested in you, and you're just going to shine light on anybody else. So that's why, like, with trying at you, even if I've got 2 people at the end of my stream, like, right, I'm going to raid so and so. Bring those 2 people because they might like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's the way that people grow and the way that people get forward. So your next step is
Twitch partner.
trying to get Twitch. But what's your plan? Because obviously with the whole Twitch might be going to 50%. Is there a plan B?
I don't know really. I like the Twitch sort of vibe. So, and for me, like any money from Twitch is a bonus. So, like for me, like I feel like it definitely affects the people that do full time, and I completely understand them getting in a bit of angry about it because at the end of the day, I think Twitch don't understand that some people actually gave up their day jobs, guaranteed income, to do this. They're making decisions
And that's
without
the goal for most people.
and I feel like Twitch aren't
acknowledging that.
considering that when making these decisions. Whereas for me, like me is a completely different ballgame because I have a day job on that I do outside of streaming.
We both do,
So, like for me, any income from Twitch is just extra, which is it's nice.
But then
I don't rely on it.
But then even still, when you put that into context, that can affect you even more because like your end goal is to give up that day job and do what you love, what you passion, and then to reduce even the small amount that you are getting, to reduce that another 20% is like it's going to make that goal of transitioning from being at work to then streaming or then going streaming full time. It's going to make it even harder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's
yeah.
affecting the guys that do it full time because their income would drop, and it's like, right, I might need to go and get another job to support me. And then the guys that want to, it's like, oh,
I can't give.
I can't even. I've got to do more. I can't do it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we need some sort of balance where it can.
I think the backup plan, like you say, is a plan B. The only plan B that I've got in mind is maybe starting to stream on more platforms.
And they're gonna have. I think that is in the clause is dropping the exclusivity into if you are a Twitch partner, you can stream on other platforms as opposed to just here and them having the higher percentage. But here's a question: Resi 2.
Huh?
When did it come out?
Resident Evil 2.
2019.
The remake.
The
original.
Oh, original. 98.
Okay, he knows his stuff.
What, you knew that?
Yeah, I had it ready for him. But I remembered it. I was like, there's no way this Resi 2 is coming on here and I'm not going to quiz him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
So,
well played. But 98.
Am I right on both though?
Who's the protagonist?
Protagonist?
Yeah.
What, in Resi 2?
Yeah.
Leon and Claire.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew that one. I knew that one.
That is good. Right, I'm putting you in a game. I'm putting you in a game world, yeah?
Yeah.
And you've got to be there for a year at least. Where you going? Any game world.
Raccoon City might be a bit dangerous.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you say Raccoon City. Snakes are back.
I don't know. That's
For a whole year.
See, there's certain things you have to think about. Like, our last guest, Mr. Payne, he was like, yeah, Warzone. Was like, bro, there's no respawn. You know that?
I was saying that as well. I said Warzone. It was like, but can you respawn? Because if that, forget
that
it.
might be a bit painful.
Yeah, forget it.
Like, I don't know if this is a guarantee, but I'd like the Spyro world.
Oh, dope.
But it depends if the dragons are going to be friendly with me as well. But if
Yeah.
Spyro's chasing me, I'm out.
Forget it.
Yeah, I hear it.
Spyro. That sounds
what
cool.
I wanted to know is you're part of the Raccoon City Police Department, which is the RPD. Yeah. How did that come about?
Just getting involved with Matt, like.
And what is that then? So
I was about to
explain
say,
to the
what
people
is
what
that?
is.
Yeah.
Watching his stream, I was always there when I could be.
So explain what the RPD is and.
Yeah, so Matt is a Twitch partner. He runs his own Twitch team, whereas basically it's basically like a bunch of content creators getting together and supporting each other.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's good.
So like we have certain it's not demands, but sort of like a rule set where we say, like, if we're going to raid someone, obviously we have people outside of Team RPD that we want to support as well. So we say, like, say if you stream 3 times a week, 2 of your streams raid a member of Team RPD, and then your third stream or one of the other ones.
So that's why you ain't raided me.
You're never on when I finish. But yeah, so we're just a bunch of basically team of content creators that want to support each other.
That's wicked.
And
that's good, man. That's what you want,
real
man.
Good. I like to hear
And how
that.
did you meet Matt then? So you got through his streams and just chatting? Because hopefully this gives other people how they can contact you, how they can get involved. Because surely, well, you said Matt's from Dudley, you're from up Kettering Way, Northampton. So how did that connection get made?
Twitch is how that connection got made. If you ask me how I came across Matt's stream, I can't even remember.
Just found it.
Oh yeah, I think I just searched Resident Evil and he was on.
Dope.
And there he was.
And yeah, we get on really well. Like,
yeah.
Have you had a snake? Have you had that yet?
In person or?
Yeah.
Nah, not in person yet.
I think the one I haven't had, not from gaming anyway. I haven't had the that's bizarre. But what I have had is when me and P was at Insomnia, there was someone asking questions, and they were probing questions as if they played games with us before. Peps.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "How much money have you spent on a plat?" And I was like, "Wait, how would this person know I've even spent money on plat? Do you know what I mean? And it's, when it starts to click, like this person in the audience has played, and it's like when you meet people that, and so I'm guessing how it's been for you with Matt, like to actually, because for me I put you and Matt together, like them two, that's how I seen them, they're friends, and to know that you was just in his stream and formed a friendship and a bond, and now you're part of a team of crowd, like just seeing that develop, it's dope.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, really good.
And seeing that go forward. Is there any other games that you're interested in speedrunning?
I'm not sure at the moment. Well, actually, there's a few that I need to get certain tech sorted before I can do it. Because my capture card stopped working with my PC. It's really annoying. But I want to get into Metal Gear Solid 3.
Okay. Nice.
Snake Eater, which is he's mad on it.
I love Snake Eater. I don't know what it is. Number 2 and 3 for me, big.
Yeah.
So Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and all the rest of it, and then Metal Gear Solid 3 with Snake Eater.
Gone over, man.
Loved them. Absolutely loved them.
I'll
Hideo Kojima is just absolute love them. They are brilliant. So
but yeah, got to get a capture card sorted. I don't know why it stopped working, but
when you get that and you're gonna do it, let me know. I wouldn't mind watching a bit of speedrunning a Snake Eater. Definitely.
Because
yes, please.
What I'll say is that I spoke to you guys about this before, but the Metal Gear speedrunning community is absolutely fantastic. We've got a Discord that's literally got a section on every game. You just click on MGS1, MGS2. They'll have pinned messages that are important. They've got a speedrun Wikipedia, which has got every game strat. There's people that have made guides for the whole game. Like,
sick.
So I've watched the Metal Gear Solid 3 one, so
you're ready for it.
I'm ready for it. It's just I started to do it, and then my capture card just stopped working. Like,
damn.
If anyone knows why it says USB not recognised, please tell me.
I'm guessing you've tried a different port, right?
I have tried different port, new cable, everything. So I think my PC just doesn't like this capture card anymore. But it worked at some points.
Yeah.
Damn.
But this isn't a question to say why not new games, but why the older games?
They're just what I grew up loving, I guess.
Yeah.
And,
it's an easy answer, but what? So what stops you? Like, obviously, if we were to go by analytics and numbers, and you would go onto Twitch and see Resident Evil remakes and whatnot, that as opposed to, let's say, Elden Ring, a new game with millions and millions. So why? Is it just sheer the love of what you enjoy?
Yeah, the love of what I enjoy. Resident Evil's always been my thing, as is Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
With Elden Ring, like, I'm not a Souls type player, which is what that is.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah. That's P all over.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive Souls player. From is it From Software? Is that what they're called?
That's right.
Yeah, that's the one. Have you tried any newer games?
Wasn't it you, or was it Matt that was playing Alien Isolation?
Yeah, that was
that
me.
was you.
Yeah,
So that's more recent.
Is it recent?
Yeah, that was the one I was in then.
Yeah. So I was sort of
that's not old school.
I've got a bit of a backlog of a few casual games to play. So Alien was one of them. Now I'm going to go back to really old school again, because this is the next one after Alien, Silent Hill 2.
Oh,
do you know why I asked you this
spooky
question?
that game is.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I hate old school games for some reason. I hate the look of them.
I'm going.
Do you know what I mean?
I hate the look of them, and especially a remake. Oh, don't get me started on remakes. I feel like when remakes come out, it just does my head in. I'm like, bring a new game out. I love where gaming is going. Like, seeing the new stuff they can do, from graphics to just obviously seeing, like, obviously God of War was the first. I keep bringing God of War, but they were the first to bring, like, go from cutscene straight transition. So there's no, like, black screens, there's no loading screens, and they were the first. So when I see, like, old games and I'm just seeing how bog standard it is, and I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. And I'm there, so, like, for someone like me, I'm there for you. Do you know what I mean? And what you're gonna bring, your entertainment. Yeah. So I'm there for you. And same with Matt. But obviously Matt's real. I like being in Matt's stream as well. His community proper roast him.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious, to be fair. Sometimes I want to get involved, and I'm like, I'm really good at roasting, so I don't want to insult nobody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I'm like, when I want to see, like, me and Pete, we try and play all the latest games, and Do you ever feel like that, Pete? Do you ever feel like, right, I just want to play an older game?
Not necessarily. I don't ever feel like I want to play in it, and I want to, but I'm not going to ignore it either, at all. So like you've
I'm
already
going to challenge
pointed
you
out
on your remake comment. And
you know what I mean. Like, but he had mentioned it before when I think we watched the reveals on the PlayStation thing when we watched that.
Yeah.
Was that episode 2 or 3? It was whenever it was. It doesn't matter. But it was old school Star Wars: The Old Republic remake.
That's The Old Republic.
So I was like, shut up and take my money.
All right.
So I've got no problem with it.
There's one or two I will give a pass for. Diablo 2.
Absolute flipping beast
It
of a
gets
game.
a pass. Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh.
That was only on.
Can't
it was
wait.
only on. Was it PC and it's coming to PlayStation?
It was
now?
on Xbox for the
Xbox,
longest.
and it's coming. It's going to be a PlayStation exclusive, right?
I
think.
Yeah,
I think
don't
that's what it
understand
was in the
that, why
PS.
it's on a play- yeah, it was. But
it was
I
in
don't
the PS
understand
review.
why it's going to be
so,
on there.
and that obviously, when these 20-year-old games get a
Brilliant.
remake,
Such a
I can pass that. Do you know what I mean? Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give it new graphics. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Diablo
And
2
Diablo
didn't change
was
a thing.
It was an obvious.
They just
for that.
gave us new
Such a
graphics,
good
and it's
game.
still. And you think about how good
Such
that
a
must
good
have
game.
been 20 years ago, 17, whatever it was, to now. But then when I see things like Just Cause 4 getting a remake that come out like a few years ago, and you're like, come on.
I kind of agree with that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't get that.
Because what I was going to say, I was going to challenge you on your remake comment, is because like for Resident Evil 2 came out in 1998 and got remade in 2019.
That's a long
So
pass.
that's okay. Yeah.
It's a pass, yeah?
And I feel like if I'm looking at it from if I was a game developer, I've got fans making petitions. They want Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah.
You've got sort of like the best of both worlds, because you then get all your loyal supporters that played Resident Evil 21 years ago, and then you also bring in new people
Yes,
that
you do.
only want to play updated graphics.
All right, let me counter that, yeah? Let me hit with a counter. Do you want GTA 5 remake or do you want GTA 6?
GTA 6.
Yeah, everybody wants GTA 6.
When
it's
it
an
becomes-
argument. They took the piddle.
See what I mean?
3 generations
So it's like
of
GTA
consoles.
5 isn't that old.
It is.
How old is it?
It's like 7 or 8 years.
Exactly. It's not that old though.
From game to game, like, okay,
Taking the mick with that.
nobody wanted. What was the trilogy they brought out of the remakes?
Oh god, yeah, the
That
old school,
did-
the Vice City,
Vice City, San
and
Andreas,
the
and that.
original one.
Nobody cared about that, bro.
No,
And
one
that was
wanted 6.
That was
Everybody
how
wanted
many
6.
years old, but nobody wanted. It's obviously, to be fair, it's like you said, it's probably looking at what the fans want as opposed to like, did we want Resident Evil 7 or did we want a Resident 2 remake?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But Resident Evil 7, have you played it?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Not massive on it.
Okay.
But I think it did great things for the series as a whole. But it's just
Okay.
not. I always say, like, this is just me personally. I'm not a first person sort of player. So when although funny story, Resident Evil was actually back in '96 planned to be first person.
Hey,
But this
see
scrap-
the
Give
knowledge.
us
See the
give us
knowledge.
the history, bro. You
See
need
the
to know these
knowledge.
things,
That's
obviously,
right.
especially if you're specialised in that that one forte. Then yeah, man, give us the knowledge, bro.
Yeah, but
Give us
they
the
scrapped it for. I can't remember why. I just remember that originally planned to be a first person, and they scrapped it to be how it is.
That's cool.
But that's the only reason. And there's certain sections of Resident Evil 7 that I was just trying. It's not very entertaining.
So
Yeah.
a game developer's watching this now, and they want your next comment's going to come. What do you want to see? It's going to come to fruition.
What do I want to see in the next? Well, so Resident Evil 9. Back to over the shoulder camera, a bit like Resident Evil 2 remake, and bring us back Jill, man.
There you go.
In a not
Valentine.
a remake. In not a remake. I want in a numbered title that isn't a remake of an old game.
Create a game
Create a game.
right now. First thing that comes to your head, what do you? If you could sit with a developer, doesn't have to be Resident Evil. What game would you make? This is the Snake Socom game. Yeah. You've made this game. What are you making? First of all, let's go with genre.
I'd go with. I think Resident Evil is its genre, so I'm
Yep.
not going to challenge them.
Okay.
Because I don't think I'd get anywhere. I'd probably go into probably a bit of like an action game,
Okay.
a bit like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
And what's a storyline? Quick. Give us a quick story. Like for me,
He's putting you on the
I'm
spot.
putting you on the
know.
spot, bro. You got no time to think. There's a developer watching you right now and they're saying, listen, we want to make your game. What is it? And there's 10 other people ready to pitch their idea.
I'm probably gonna go with like a Metal Gear Solid style in terms in terms of like
I think
lone
it's missing
soldier
right now because
lone soldier trying to take down
Hideo Kojima or whatever else. He's not really a part of Metal Gear anymore.
Well,
So
he's left.
there's a gap right there.
There's a gap, yeah.
What are you making?
There's a gap right there. I'm jumping on Snake's
You-
bandwagon. I'm going to go with him. I'll be like,
Snake.
yeah, I'll come with you. I'll help because there's a hole there. I think.
He's gonna voice that to the antagonist.
Yeah, there you
Do you know
go.
what I'm doing? I'm doing a Ghost of Tsushima abilities. So like,
Ghost of Tsushima with some superpowers type of thing.
Yeah.
we like you know how Elden Ring could do the unsheathing,
Yeah.
where it could shoot like a.
Oh,
like a-
you know,
a
I'd be
directional
on that.
blade.
I'd be on that because you know me, samurai
Yeah.
all day. If it was all that, and never even mind that, with the powers from Demon Slayer, so I could do water breathing.
That's what I
or
mean.
the fire.
Yes. So obviously, Demon Slayer is its own, but if
Oh.
Demon Slayer was like an RPG type game, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. And also like a shield, not a shield ability, but like all your armor just turns to metal. You get me? And
yeah.
that give me something like that, like a
That'd be
demon.
cool.
That'd be like an anime RPG type game because they all end up being like a fighting game. They all end up like a 1v1. Like they try and do like a Tekken vibe and whatnot. Give me like I
Love
can
Tekken,
go
yeah.
through the
Oh,
story
yeah.
as one
That was
character.
a vibe back in the day.
Yeah, it was. Trust me.
And you know how
Tekken
Deku gets his abilities and stuff over time, and it
Yeah,
learns to
yeah.
carry. I think something like that'd be dope.
Yeah,
That
100%.
what
You
game?
could simply do Demon Slayer in a Hitman style because he has to go in Hitman
Yes.
style them anyway. He has to go and find this demon and
Yes.
eliminate him.
That would be dope.
Hitman
You know what I'm
was
saying?
good as well, man.
Hitman, brilliant
Because
game.
that would actually be super sick. To be fair,
I'd play that.
There is
100%.
another game I'd make as well.
Go on.
And it's not like it's like a new idea, but not because it's using something else.
Yeah.
I've not seen a 4 style story game. I think that would be a really good hit.
Just
Yeah,
thought.
there isn't.
yeah.
There isn't.
Avengers-
because the Avengers one isn't really. Is it not really story? It's more like fighting.
No, they do a story part, but they don't let you pick the character that you want to play
Yeah.
from start. You get a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, talking on that, actually, they've just really revealed the MMO. Have you ever played DCUO?
No.
DC Universe Online, yeah?
But I've heard of it.
Massive
I've heard of it.
community, bro.
Yeah, I've heard
Massive
of it.
community. Then they really messed up with a lot of paid things. Anyway,
Microtransactions and
all
that.
everybody wanted was a Marvel version, yeah?
Yeah.
The DCUO creators and Marvel were about to make this Marvel MMO, and then they
Pulled the plug.
yeah,
Ah.
because
sad.
see, they said they didn't realize how costly it was going to be. Now, listen, anybody wants to create a superhero.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to create a superhero. So, I reckon someone put in one of the pinned comments that it says like, it's not pulled. They're just working out the teams basically. There was a dispute in teams whether it was DC having certain ownership of it, and I don't know what it was, but I hope if we get a Marvel MMO,
Yeah, that'd be good. Man.
this disgusting. But a Thor only game, yeah,
I'd play that.
I can see it.
100%.
You probably don't need to ask the question then. Who's your favourite Marvel character? Because you know now.
So yours is Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Wolvie is definitely my guy, but I love Spider-Man and obviously Iron Man.
Spidey.
But Wolverine
He's a real G
is
Iron
just
Man.
my... Yeah, trust me.
If it wasn't for 4, it'd be Iron Man.
Yeah. Love the...
Wolverine or Quicksilver.
I'm gonna ask you two a question then.
Yo, that's...
I love
go
that.
for it.
About 4, long hair or short hair?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Long. 100%.
I
Has
was
to be
about
long.
to say I
I'd
think
go
I
long,
prefer
yeah.
him long.
I think the long one gives that, like, it's the original.
Yeah, it is.
Stormbreaker or Milner.
Ooh.
Stormbreaker.
What?
I think I'm going with Milne.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the OG, I think.
Yeah.
Stormbreaker
man.
was a beast of a weapon,
It was
though.
dope, but it just.
A beast of a
I
weapon.
don't know, man.
Wait, so Stormbreaker, what?
Stormbreaker's the big axe.
Yeah, the
that is
big-
got
Oh,
it.
no, Thor's hammer then.
Mjolnir.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you said Mjolnir, I was like, no, Thor's hammer.
Yeah,
Thor's
hammer, yeah.
Thor's hammer.
It was still a beast of a weapon, though, Stormbreaker.
It was, bro. It
Beast of
was
a weapon.
Funny stuff.
dope, but it just reminded me too much of God of War's Leviathan axe.
Oh, yeah.
No, you explained it. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny story about Thor's hammer. That's my next tattoo.
Is it?
Nice.
Do you know what? It was, see, when I was purchasing stuff for the studio, it was either Thor's hammer or the Thanos hand.
The Infinity
And I
Gauntlet.
went with the Infinity Gauntlet, which I don't have now, unfortunately. I kind of wish, but I had plans to get the Leviation axe off someone Execute was making them, but it was just a bit costly. It was like 400 and something pounds.
Some,
I was
some
like,
of the like merchandise and stuff is pricey then.
bro, if I was buying that, that would be displayed right in front of your face, bro. Like, that wouldn't move, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
You'll have Thor's hammer and have me trying to lift down.
we did that. There was Thor's hammer at
WSD.
at an event we did, and obviously I was pretending. I was like,
Oh wow.
picked it up and started flicking it. I was like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
So, enough about all that. Where can the people of the podcast find Mr. Snake Socom? How can we get in touch with you?
Twitch, Snake Socom _ YouTube, same thing. Instagram, it's Clarky with a couple of E's, 93.
Yeah.
Reason for that is because my second name is Clark. And
Yeah.
a lot of people nickname me Clarky at school, so that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Same with Twitter, it's Clarky with 4 E's, 93.
Well, you got a link tree?
Yes, I have got a link
So if we
tree.
just get you on, is it Instagram, Snake Socom?
Yeah.
And you have your link tree and we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get you all there. Same, can people become part of your Discord?
Yeah, you could join my Discord, yeah.
And that's how we'll see when you're going live.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Best way to get my Discord, I can't remember if it's on my link tree, but best way to get my Discord is literally go onto my Twitch channel. You'll see my panels below, and if you just click the panel that says Discord, it takes you straight in.
And what's your stream? Do you have a schedule?
Yeah, usually Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 7 p.m.
Nice.
7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday and Wednesday, and then Friday is like a long, so I'll just go until I'm tired.
Yeah. I get it. So we can see Resident Evil and we can see Metal Gear Solid, right?
Yeah. And
Kind of skipped
sometimes
over some of that, didn't we?
What did we skip over?
Like the frames, what we were saying about the Claire
FPS,
Redfield.
yes,
there.
you
You
said why
said
was
about
it
the frames, and as well
important?
as, like I said, what was her name? Claire. I think when she's hurt, she moves faster. Kind of missed a bit of that. I was thinking that's quite important for a speedrunner,
not
isn't
bad,
it?
not bad.
No.
Go ahead.
We were flowing.
Interject.
We were flowing. I
Yeah.
just thought,
Let's-
let me get that before we move on to anything.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So yeah, frames are important. So on PC, I run the 120 FPS category. Reason
Okay,
I'll
there's different
ex-
categories.
different
See,
categories,
this
nice.
is interesting.
I'll explain why we.
You meant to tell us these things, but we don't know. Bro.
I'll explain why we cap it as well. So basically, we cap it at 120 because you think otherwise it's just going to be pay to win. Whoever
Yeah.
can hold the highest frames is going to have the world record.
Yeah.
So we capped it at 120. The reason why frames are important in Resident Evil 2 specifically is because, and they fixed this in Resident Evil 3, I don't know why. They didn't fix it in Re 2, but basically your knife damage is tied to frames.
Okay.
Ah.
So you think like on 60 FPS, it takes around 30 swings of the knife to
Yeah.
kill the first boss. Whereas,
200 frames would
yeah,
be
so,
about 10, 15.
so 120, the record for Claire is 14 slash. So
Okay.
everyone tries to aim for a 14 slash. I usually get 15, which is still considered good.
Yeah.
So surely, okay, quick one. You could do 15 slashes, but is that consecutive? So you don't stop hitting?
Yeah, you got, because this is on Claire, so Claire has a certain animation where
Yeah.
you're trying to, basically you want to angle her so you get as much of your knife swing into the boss.
Okay.
So you can, and you've got like audio triggers, so you'll hear how the slash sounds,
Yeah.
and then you can tell that you've
You
basically
hit the
hit
right
it
slash.
with three.
The
I think
3
she
points
has
of the
3
hit.
points of the hit, where
Okay.
you're basically getting a 3-in-1.
Yeah. I get it.
Nice.
That's mad, that is.
See that down to the audio,
Yeah,
listening
to
to see if
hearing
you
that,
hit
like-
it properly.
Yeah.
I only got 2 from the swing, so the swing needs to be correct to get the full range of motion of the hit, basically. So you're saying start up, say it's an 8-frame start up, you need all 8 of those frames need to hit, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
And then, what was we saying about Claire? Yeah.
Yeah, being damaged.
And as Claire, there's a zombie at not the first section in the gas station, but as we get to the streets, that's got like one arm or no arms, so he literally like gets on you and bites you, but you don't lose the time of a grab animation.
Yeah.
So we get that zombie to put Claire on caution because she actually runs faster in caution. Same as Jill does in Resident Evil 3. So it's something to do with the Resident Evil engine that they've got, whereas the female's animation as they're on caution means that they move faster.
Sick.
See, so that means
But don't
you
do it
can
on
get
danger.
a better time. However, you're risking it. more.
Yeah, it's a big risk
So-
because that's the one risk I think that's the one thing. If I was to say to someone who's just coming into Resident Evil 2 Remake now, what categories should I start off with? As much as I prefer running Claire, my first tip would do Leon to start off to get comfortable with the game.
Don't do Leon.
Okay.
Leon doesn't want to be done.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Not this Leon.
But yeah, basically, because Claire, you run that risk of if you get hit on caution, you're straight onto danger.
Yeah.
Whereas if Leon gets hit, he starts on fine, and you run through the game on fine. So he'll get
Okay.
knocked onto caution, so it won't be where you're moving
Too
slow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it.
that's interesting. So starting with Leon would be better because obviously there's less risk. But as you get better, move on to one of the ladies so you can get better time. But it is a lot more riskier.
Yeah.
So if-
And that's why another thing to explain about it, you'll see a lot of us when we get into the boss fights with G2 and G3 on 120 FPS, you'll see it's lower.
What's G2 and what's G3?
G2 is the second boss,
Okay.
and G3 is the third boss. Basically, you're fighting Birkin, who's injected himself with the
Bro,
G-Virus.
this game's got my whole name. Leon Burke. Friggin' hell. Okay, sorry, go on.
But basically, he's injected himself with the G-Virus, which is what turns people into these zombies and monsters.
Yeah.
And he basically mutates as the game goes on. So G1 is his first form, and then he mutates to G2 and G3. And even G4 and G5 in some of the other categories. But basically, so you'll see a lot of the PC runners, because they're running 120 FPS,
yeah.
as they go into the second boss fight and third boss fight. Not so much the first one, because I don't think it's so demanding on your frames,
Yeah.
but you'll see they lower their image quality down to 50%, just so
Okay,
they
yeah.
can hold those 120 frames.
Frames, yeah.
Clever.
But that's like
See, so
that's
all these
exactly
little
like when
things.
we're playing Warzone.
Yeah.
We take off all the film grain, all the motion
Yeah,
blur, all the world blur, just so your frames are there. Like
Yeah.
literally, you'll buy. People will have two 3090 Ti's for graphics, and then get on Warzone and take all that away,
Yeah.
just so their frames are the best. Field of view, you got it out there, and then your frames, you want to keep it as high as possible. Like
Give you the competitive edge, doesn't it?
Payne, Mr. Carlton was like, yo, I'm a 200 frame kind of guy. Like, if it drops below that, I'm not happy. So he doesn't want to see no bullet trajectory. So no, when it leaves like holes in the wall,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
doesn't care about all that.
Yeah.
Don't care. Just want a flat surface. I just want the game to run as smooth
Yeah.
as it can
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. That helps for
Yeah,
speed
yeah.
running.
Speed
Clearly,
running,
on
very key.
every last thing, those are the little details that get you those times. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
and there is certain details, like there's something in, I don't know it because I've not ran Resident Evil Village, there's a certain section of you two play Resident Evil 8.
No,
No, haven't.
You've
No.
got it. Didn't you get it?
Did I get
Did
it?
you get, what was it, 7?
Nah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
there's
remember.
a section where the like a baby that's mutated.
Okay.
It's really big.
No,
And-
definitely ain't got it.
And there's a way to get past it fast, but I've seen people, I don't know the full strats, but they turn their frame rate down to 30
Okay.
so that it allows them to get past it. I don't know how it works, but I've seen people do it, and I'm like, oh, so people knock their frame rate down.
See,
mad.
So
not
those
even
little
just
things,
having
you
a
know.
higher one, sometimes it works with lower.
And it mad, we're in an age where I think I said, can graphics get any better? Really? And yes, they can, but no one uses it. Like, in competitive gameplay, 'cause what you're doing is a competitive nature,
Yeah.
right? Speedrun is to try and get competitive.
Yeah.
When it comes to nobody wants the
Nah,
graphics.
not in
or-
competitive. You just want a smooth experience.
Everybody-
They've got all that ray tracing and whatever
Yeah,
else,
yeah,
and
like,
the
turn it
thing
off.
on
Turn it
PS5.
off.
You'll have it on for a single player game
Yeah.
because it looks so lovely.
Performance mode.
Yeah, but
on
other than
PS,
that,
Yeah.
performance mode all the way, just
Yeah.
so it
100%.
runs smooth. But if you are playing, see,
that's mad.
do you not ever find yourself wanting to try a game that isn't, like, for me, there's certain story games that I'm like, wow, that story was amazing, and with any new game that comes out, we like to try it so we can give our.
That's kind of what I'm doing with Alien, I guess.
Is that
Yeah,
so?
yeah,
You do
it's
get that,
different,
Because I'm playing that casually. Like, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
speedrun it, and I haven't got plans to speedrun it. I just want to
enjoy it.
enjoy it. And
Yeah,
immerse
that's
it.
good, man.
Good
I
game,
have
man.
watched, because there's a streamer that I watched, I've supported him for ages, and he started playing Alien Isolation, and he started to speedrun it. So I have watched speedruns,
Yeah,
Yeah.
on it.
but I
You-
don't plan to myself.
Top 5 streamers at the moment.
What that I watch?
Yeah.
Well,
That top 5 is in there the best. Your favourite 5, should I say?
yeah. Okay, so I'd say Matt being one.
Had to. He
We
had
got
to,
Matt.
didn't he?
Super King Andy.
Don't tell me these are all RPDs.
No,
I
Super
was
King
going to
Andy's
say,
not
let's say, come on, be let's be real. Go on.
Super King Andy.
Matt's funny as fuck, though. I got to
He
give him
is.
that.
Andy's also a really nice guy, really down to earth,
Yeah.
and does his speed runs, does indie horror. So
Indie horror.
yeah, really cool guy.
3 more.
3 more.
Let's
Stally,
Stally. Steenside.
Steenside.
Yes.
Reppin'.
He's. If you want some copyright-free music to go behind your streams, steenside.com is the place. Meant to be meeting Dean later on today, to be fair. Got some.
That'd be cool. So that's 3. Number 4. Sneeble.
Okay.
She's
These are giving me insight into who I can go and check, because I'll tell you my top as well.
Sneeble's a Resident Evil speedrunner. Does a lot of Resident Evil 2.
Who is the number 1 Resi 2 speedrunner?
For my category, Curtis.
Okay.
He's
Is he insane?
this guy's he just understands Claire's movement so well.
I reckon you can beat him, bro. I reckon you got him.
No, never. This guy.
Why can't you beat this guy?
Because he's a beast. If someone beat him, I tell you, he could go back and just go
And do it again.
And do it again. Yeah.
Wow.
He's the Sonic Fox of Resi.
Bro, doesn't matter what game Sonic Fox picks up, this guy's just
level 2.
when you say some people just have it,
Yeah.
bro, he has it and trains.
Yeah, it's
Still
ridiculous.
need to name number 5. Don't
Yeah, you do.
It's hard to think.
He's never. I was waiting. It's all right. Don't worry about
He's
it.
never on.
We can be your top YouTubers. How about that? Your top podcasting YouTubers.
Top podcast for sure, and that's not even just rubbing up the.
I respect
I love
man.
that.
I'll say top podcast without.
Love it.
Even if I didn't know you guys and I just knew about your podcast, he'd be my top one.
I see that.
Do you know who I like?
appreciate the-
I like watching Iron, who streams
It's Iron.
It's Iron.
Iron's a bad man.
him. I like the whole Nick Merckx, Tim Tatman, Symphony. I like the vibes they bring. I like what's my Llama.
Llama's a bad man.
Llama's
Mr.
gold.
Llama's a bad man.
I recently found a guy from Brum called It's Ma. It's Man Like Ma. He's ridiculous at Warzone. I watch a lot of Warzone streams, I do. And then when it comes to other stuff like Warframe,
Well, like you said, Diablo 2, Mr. Llama.
yeah, Diablo 2. When it comes to unless I'm watching, I like to watch my people. So I watch Stally a lot now. Yourself, Matt. But it's only recently I've started watching more. And obviously I watch Foxy Grandpa and Mighty Unjust, they're Mortal Kombat guys. And I'm just like, you want to play them just to test out. Like, am I as good as I think I am? Because sometimes I'm watching, I'm like, I reckon I could have my man, And then he does some stuff, and I'm like, I don't reckon I got my man, But some of them,
I still need to name my 5th. It's hard to think. Like, I've got so many I watch, and it's just like.
That's good though, because
Yeah.
you know what? What I found is certain people don't like to watch other people because that's giving them a view.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Number 5 is Holy Soul, I reckon.
There you
Holy
go.
Soul.
Holy
Yeah.
Soul.
He recently got Twitch partner about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. He does a lot. His focus is Resident Evil 3 original,
Okay.
and that game for me. That's the worst one for RNG. Like,
The RNG
Just-
is poor on it.
yeah, the RNG is
No
just
luck.
so random. So anyone that's speedrunners will mention RNG a lot.
Bro,
Whereas-
I get the
We get the worst RNG on
Yeah.
bloody Warzone every
Bro,
time we land at
we
showers.
get
Oh my god.
See, a mate of
Every
ours, Mr. Vonley, will say Bizzle has the best RNG. Like, he'll go on Warframe and get what he wants when I'm in a party with him. Anywhere else, bro, I have the worst RNG look there is, bro.
No, same.
There-
man.
Yeah.
When it comes to runes on Diablo, nah,
Yeah.
we don't get them.
No, we don't.
When it comes to drops or... Bro, I will shoot a rocket at you and it will...
It'd blow you up.
Basically.
Oh, that, yeah, it will tap you. You will shoot a rocket at me, I'm gone. I'm saying, this
Yeah.
don't make sense, bro.
Yeah.
This does not make
Yeah,
sense.
We have that
Yeah.
type of RNG a lot.
I get the worst thing about it, because obviously speedrunners, will mention RNG a lot if they're playing a game that's got it involved. And Resident Evil has it to an extent, especially the like remakes.
Yeah.
And I'll watch them run, especially when I'm verifying runs. So I best sort of explain what that is as well.
Yeah.
We have speedrun.com where you submit your runs to get your best times. I moderate Resident Evil 2 remake.
How can we verify that?
Huh?
Say if Wi-Fi went there and said, "Yeah, I did a run in 1 minute 10." Does it have to be?
Yeah, it has video proof.
Okay, cool,
I have video proof. Yeah, and when I'm watching runs, I'll see someone that's got because Resident Evil 2 gives you RNG, and do you know what it also does? It gives you puzzle RNG as well.
Wow. Oh,
whereas like what you need for the code is in different positions, and I'll see someone gets like the block puzzle in 1 turn, and then I go and do it, and I've got 4 turns, and I'm just like, what's that about?
Messed up your whole run.
Yeah, it's just, and there's also, Resident Evil 2 has one of the worst ones where it's called duplicate key, and basically there's a key you pick up as Sherry, and you're mashing to pick it up as quickly as possible. But if you mash too quick, the game bugs and duplicates the key, so you then get a free 1 second time loss.
Wow.
Because you've had to pick up the key twice.
What the?
And those little seconds can be
vital for your score, man.
Vital.
But that's cool. I've got one before you.
Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
As a Resident Evil player, the game. What did you think of the films?
I liked a few of them. And then there was ones that you just thought, what are you doing?
That's all right then. I was thinking the same thing. Some of them I thought,
the first
not
one
bad.
was quite good.
Yeah, and then some of them I was like, whoa, where are you going?
Yeah, where are you going? I didn't agree. I get that you could, because it's Alice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I get that you made her kind of superhuman and had a special ability. That's fine.
Yeah.
But when they started cloning her, I was like,
some of it.
what are you doing?
I felt like I lost a lot of direction.
I've got no clue. Sorry. Stay looking that way.
So he's going to say, basically, we're telling you don't watch the films.
Yeah.
My input would be just no. There's no point.
I did like the first one though.
Yeah, the first one was
cool,
good.
man.
Yeah.
First one was cool. A couple of the others, it's just a bit OTT.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, why have you gone there with it?
But I seen she did an interview recently where she said she'd love to continue the story at some point, but her husband's the creator.
Oh, really?
And he was sort of like, it was called Final Chapter. It's end, and it's like this guy knows that it's done.
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna catch you. You're at the next Insomnia, right?
Yeah.
So that's where if people wanted to come and see you live.
Yeah.
Insomnia I-69.
Yeah.
You're on a Sunday, right?
I'm going to be there Sunday and potentially the back end of Saturday.
Wicked. We're also going to be down there at I-69. So please, if you could, give this a like, give it a share, give it a follow. It really helps out the podcast. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Snake Socom. We will throw all your socials up on screen. Is there anything you'd like to say, brother?
I guess I can plug a few things.
Go ahead.
Stage is yours.
Something I announced on stream Friday, but come by my stream 5th of July. I'm going to be doing a potentially like around a 12-hour stream for charity for Alzheimer's.
Okay, wicked.
Brilliant.
So
make sure you go check him out.
Come and check that out.
Yeah.
I'd love to, and if
We'll
you
be
can donate what you can, it's all for a good cause.
Anything else?
No, just I'd love to see you guys come along to my stream.
Yeah.
You'll be more than welcome. I'm always welcome to anyone new, and make sure you check out the Good Gaming Podcast and Bizzle as well with his streams.
And PP.
Are you going to stream?
I'm gonna
stream.
I'm creeping in there here and there, but I'm gonna have to pick it up. I've been told I've got to pick it up, so I'll start streaming.
We had a lot of being able to unify things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was, you had Bizzle here, you had Bizzle 101 there, you had Good Gaming Podcast, Good Gaming Network, Good Gaming Events, we had Rich Easy, we had Easy P, we had Rich Easy 28, we had provided, we've unified it now. It's Good Gaming Podcast on Twitter, Good Gaming Network on Instagram, and then we have our personals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mr. Easy P.
I'm gonna stick to Easy P.
LC Bizzle 101, but yes, like, share, follow, subscribe, all that. This is the Good Gaming Podcast. It's episode 11.
Yes.
11.
Yeah.
11. And thank you, Snake,
Yeah, that's
for
a
being on.
big thank you for Snake coming on. Big up, honestly, man. The man.
We're also on Spotify now,
And that too,
if you
yes.
prefer to listen to it. So thank you very much. And I'm the Bizzle, my co-host, Easy P. There's no other aliases.
No.
Let's go.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for watching the Good Gaming Podcast. For more information and for more content, please like, subscribe, be the first to see what we're about to do next. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you're the first to see what comes up. Boom.